And join me in welcoming our next team from the Rocky Mountain chapter of MCAA at Colorado State University. Team members are Evan Dreggers, Zach Van Everen, Ben Mayer, Cody White, Kennedy White, and technical assistance by Victor Trowbridge. Good luck, and you may begin when ready.
Good afternoon, and thank you for the opportunity for us to present our proposal to you today. Let me start off with our introductions. Myself, Kennedy, the project executive, Zach, our project manager, Evan, our pre-construction manager, Cody, our superintendent, Ben, our quality and safety manager, and at the end we have Victor, our service manager. Ranger Mechanical was founded in 1974 as a small family-owned HVAC DVBE company. We have since then grown into a thriving mechanical contractor. We exceed customer expectations in every way possible, and we strive for the military tradition of strength, integrity first, and excellence in all that we do. We make sure to practice lean construction on all of our projects to cut on time, cost, and material. We have been in the ENR Top 600 Specialty Contractors for 12 years in a row, and have been fortunate enough to be in the Top 100 from 2009 to present. We have also won this Henry C. Turner Prize for Innovation, and our CEO, Hayden Rice, has won the EPA Green Power Leader Award in 2013. However, our accomplishments are measured through our repeat clients and their exceeding recommendations. Now to talk about some of our past projects. We have the SMUD East Campus Operations Center, worth $3.4 million in Sacramento, California. This required the collaboration of many of our team members, including Zach. The efficient building envelope, mechanical and electrical systems allow the 6-story building to be a net zero project. The final design included high mass radiant slabs, restricted hours of chiller operation, and the displacement of much underground and ventilation. The second project I would like to touch on is Carver University. It is $2.1 million in Redondo Beach, California. We have replaced the 2 main air handling units, and this was done in 2 phases, which allowed the University Hall to remain open at all times. This project is very similar to the UC Davis project, whose systems provide heat and AC from the main university power plants and chilled water systems. Now I'd like to pass it over to our project manager, Zach.
Good afternoon. As Kennedy mentioned, my name is Zach Van Everen, and I'm the project manager for this job. I have personally worked for Ranger for over 20 years. My team and I have completed various projects together. Recently, Ben, Evan, Cody, Kennedy, and I completed a job at Edwards Air Force Base. This job ended up ahead of schedule and on budget. We understand that the UC Davis project has unique features none my team hasn't seen before. Understanding that the general contractor is focused on building a new building, we would like to ask the GC to allow us to control the excavation crew that will be handling the underground excavation for the underground piping. We'd like to do this to ensure that we always have 200 feet of open ditch in front of the pipe we are laying to allow for the workflow to continue and for us to stay on schedule. We will also be delivering the pipe alongside the ditch that it will go in, allowing for the most efficient and quickest placement of the piping. I will be on site to answer any questions Cody, my superintendent, or any other members of my team has. I'm also responsible for ordering and expediting all materials and supplies Cody needs to keep the workflow moving and to keep us on schedule. We understand a critical part of this project is to keep Ryerson Hall open through the summer and to have all dorms open for the fall semester. I'll be handling all RFIs, submittals, and any other paperwork that needs my attention with the help of my project engineer and his intern. I will meet weekly with the general contractor as well as my superintendent, Cody, to discuss any conflicts in trades or any other outstanding issues. If there is a major issue to be dealt with, I will run it past my project exec, Kennedy, first. My team and I have hand-selected every single one of our subs, off of their value and our past experience with them. We know they will perform, and we know they are the best qualified for the job. We do self-perform 89% of this project, meaning the subs play a relatively small but still very important role in our project. A team member I work very closely on this project with is my pre-construction manager, Evan Dreggers. I would now like to turn it over to Evan for him to talk about his role on the project.
Thank you, Zach. As Zach mentioned, my name is Evan Dreggers. I am the Pre-Construction Manager here at Ranger Mechanical. This is my 19th year at the Ranger, so I'm more than qualified to lead the pre-construction phase of your project. You have a trusted team here that has worked on many past projects together to ensure that you are getting quality work. The pre-con phase is crucial to ensure that field disagreements are eliminated in the office before they can happen in the field. During the pre-construction phase, I will lead weekly meetings with everyone involved in the project. During these meetings, I will cover such things as design information, risk analysis, permitting, and reviewing of the construction documents. This will help, again, eliminate delays and disagreements once construction starts. As Zach touched on, we've pre-qualified all of our subcontractors. We've done this by looking at that they have the necessary resources, experience with us, and attention to detail that this project requires. We combined each sub's price with the before criteria to determine the best value. My long career has helped me establish great vendor relations. This helps ensure that you're getting quality and accurate pricing on all material and equipment. The crucial design phase was done by one of the best design subs that we've ever worked with, Screaming Eagle Incorporated. We've had tremendous success with them in the past, and during the pre-construction phase, we will work side by side with their design team to make sure that you, the owner's requirements, are met. With the help of BIM modeling, we can detect clashes in systems before they arise in the field and become a problem for the installers. This is just one more way to ensure the construction process goes as smooth as possible. As I mentioned, we have a dedicated team that is committed to accurate work and planning. But this being said, we are confident that we've compiled a complete and competitive bid price that encompasses all aspects of scope. I'd now like to pass it on to my strong arm in the field, my superintendent, Mr. Cody White.
Thank you, Evan. Like Evan said, my name is Cody White, and I'll be the superintendent on your project. I'll be on site throughout the duration of this project. Each morning, I'll have a meeting with all our field personnel to discuss any safety issues and any concerns that they have about the job site. Following those, I will communicate with Zach daily about any issues and how we are tracking on the job. Because of my experience with this type of project, I also completed the schedule. Now, diving into some of these milestones, these are milestones that we are committed to meeting for this project. As you can see, a lot come early on in the project, so it's important that we begin work as soon as we receive the notice to proceed. The first spec I'd like to touch on is the pre-purchase specs. The specs that we'll be pre-purchasing are the air handler unit, the mechanical equipment in the Segundo Service Center basement, and the underground piping. The second milestone I'd like to touch on is the installation of the mechanical equipment in the Segundo Service Center basement. It is not only important to have this equipment installed to service the existing dorms on site, but as well to set no delays in the construction process of the Segundo Service Center itself. Having a milestone schedule like this gives our team the ability to see the big picture of the project while completing day-to-day activities for the project. Now I'd like to focus your attention on our site logistics plan. We will be installing underground piping using 2 crews. Crew 1 will begin at Malcolm Hall and Crew 2 will begin at Bigsby Hall. We chose this location to avoid the demo activities happening in the center of the job site. Crew 1 will meet Segundo Service Center first and then begin installing underground piping to the C-store. As you can see, there's not a lot of material laydown area on this job site, so we'll be utilizing our close fab shop to store material that we are not using that day. We also work closely with these vendors to assure a just-in-time delivery for all equipment being installed for the job. This in turns a safer job site for you. To talk more on the safety of the job site, I'd like to invite Ben, our QC safety manager, who keeps our country safe and now keeps our job site safe.
Thanks, Cody. As Cody mentioned, my name is Ben Mayer. I'm the Safety QC Manager for this project. For the duration of the project, Ranger will be using a zero-tolerance drug and alcohol policy, and we will be randomly testing workers throughout the project in order to ensure a safe and quality workforce. Furthermore, all of our field supervisors have 30-hour OSHA training and are more than suited to maintain a safe workforce. Ensuring the safety of the students is paramount to Ranger on this project. To do so, we will be reviewing construction activities with UC Davis staff and how those activities present potential hazards to the students. I will be on site full-time during the underground excavations, as I believe this is a safety-critical part of the job. We will also be using fencing and signage in order to cordon off areas that present extreme hazards to the students and to maintain a secure job site. I will be in constant communication with the university and will be working with campus security in order to maintain a secure job site during operating hours and non-operating hours. Ranger has been awarded the Construction Safety Excellence Award, the AGC Safety Excellence Award, SMACNA's Safety Excellence Award, and the MCAA Safety Excellence Award because of our .64 EMR. To maintain quality on the project, we will be using our company program, Ranger Cloud, where all personnel involved in the project will be able to view updated project documents. We will also be using training for employees and subcontractors through the duration of the project in order to maintain a safe and quality workforce. Our prefabrication facilities located near the job site allow us to maintain a fast production rate of prefabricated items and high quality because of the controlled environment. I would now like to pass it off to the best service manager in the business, Quick Vic Trowbridge.
Hi, I'm Victor Trowbridge, and I will be your service manager during the project and for the duration of your service contract. At Ranger Mechanical, we offer the highest quality services at very reasonable prices. All of our technicians are enrolled in the UA Star certification process with 71% Energy Star certified. Along with this, we send all of our journeyman service technicians to major manufacturer schools, which allows us to perform factory startup on most equipment. Once a journeyman service technician performs factory startup with his apprentice, they will both be assigned to your facility for the duration of your service contract. We do this because we believe that a technician that is familiar with your facility works faster, more efficiently, and is more invested in keeping your system up and running at peak efficiency. Another reason why you will love Ranger Mechanical as your service provider is because we guarantee some of the fastest response times in the industry. Because our divisional offices and warehouse are just down the road from UC Davis, we can guarantee that our service technicians will respond to emergencies within 30 minutes during business hours. Our quick response times are credited to our close proximity to the project and to our intelligent Ranger Cloud remote monitoring system. Ranger Cloud remote monitoring system is the most technologically advanced system of its kind. By monitoring your systems 24/7, it allows us to perform the highest level of preventive maintenance by eliminating errors before they occur. By monitoring your flow rates, temperatures, system pressures, and carbon dioxide levels, we are able to instantly identify if any problems were to occur. If an emergency situation does arise, our technicians will be able to identify the problem before arriving at the facility, saving you time and money. The main reason why we're so confident in our ability to prevent failures is because of our due diligence during our monthly, quarterly, and annual inspections. All these inspections will be carried out by your facility's personal journeyman and apprentice service technicians and are included in our 1- and 5-year preventive maintenance contracts. A detailed breakdown of the inspection task list can be found in the appendix of this proposal. Another service we offer on top of our service contracts is an optional energy services agreement, which is designed to reduce your energy consumption and decrease your operating expenses. By the end of your 1-year service contract, our technicians will know your equipment so well that you will not want anyone else to maintain it. Thank you. Now I'd like to pass it back to our lovely project executive, Kennedy.
Thank you, Victor. We appreciate your consideration on this proposal, and we would like to assure you that Ranger Mechanical is the best value contractor. We want to pride ourselves on our student safety, as this is such a critical part of the job, and meeting all of our milestones that we have set. Ranger offers a complete and quality product that other contractors just can't provide. We look forward to working with you at UC Davis, and we would like to open the floor for any questions you may have at this time.
Thank you. We're interested in your energy service option on the service. We're also interested in properly commissioning the initial startup. Could you walk us through the transition between construction startup, commissioning, and into a service agreement like your energy service contract?
I'm sorry, can you repeat that question?
We're interested in your energy services contract option. But in order to get there properly, we feel like we have to go through a proper mechanical startup of the equipment at the conclusion of construction. We've got to go through some degree of commissioning, both for lead purposes and for our own purposes. And then we would transition into your service contract, your energy services contract. Could you kind of walk us through how that would happen?
Yes, well, we will be present during the whole commissioning process, and we will work with the commissioning agency to move through there quickly and efficiently and work with them so we are totally within or know the system completely and all the way throughout. And we will work with them to get that done as quickly as possible and thoroughly as possible as well.
I don't see a lot of explanation in your proposal of how you're going to provide the temporary utilities during construction of the new underground utilities. And then your schedule showed a startup date of September 30th for the new systems, which is long before the building's going to be done where they're housed in. How are you going to make that happen in terms of things like permanent power? Walk me through the temporary utilities and then how you're going to hit the September 30th date.
I could go over how we're going to hit the date. So we plan on getting that equipment in the basement and installed. And so the startup and all the commissioning on that equipment will happen, before that startup of the utilities. As far as temporary utilities, we'll just have them on site for that startup, and then, we'll work with the electrical contractor to get the permanent utilities hooked up as well.
Okay.
The underground piping portion of this, you're talking about having 200 feet of open trench all the time, and then I see pictures of dirt piles and pipe piles. To me, that just screams it's a safety issue. What's your plan to protect the students?
In order to protect the students, like I mentioned, we'll be using chain link fence around the excavations during operations and also while we're not operating. Furthermore, we will be working with campus security to ensure that they can maintain a, clap an eyeball on the excavations, and we'll be diverting student traffic around the excavations as much as we can.
Your bond rate in your proposal is listed as 1.5%. All of the other firms proposing on this project, their bond rates are between 0.5% and 1%. Why is your bond rate so high? Have you had some past financial difficulties we need to know about, or walk me through that, please?
We just believe that for this project, we used a slightly higher bond rate, which was necessary for some of the risks that might come up during construction. And we believe that that is a fair rate that we believe encompasses what we might encounter on this project, and we think that's a firm number that we're sticking to.
Okay.
There was some RFI dialogue about the changes in the rigging plan. Could you walk us through how you're going to do the rigging?
Are you referring to the equipment that we were installing and the underground piping?
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so we'll have one crane on site doing the rigging from the trucks and laying it by the dirt that it's going to be where it's going to be installed by the open trench. And as far as on site, we'll be working on the Segundo Service Center itself, the equipment going in there. We'll be working with the GC to get a proper location. We haven't received that, but we'll be working with them to only have that larger crane on site for a week, and that's why we're installing all that equipment that week. As soon as we get that air handler replaced, we'll begin installing the other pumps and such.
Okay, thank you.
Your proposal summary sheet shows $189,000 for demolition. Once again, that's much higher than your competitors. Can you tell me what's included in that number?
Yes, the demolition number is, we believe that's a fair price, which also covers all equipment and manpower needed for the demolition as we have taken it off, and just to ensure that everything is taken off the job site accordingly, and that off-site haul and all those things.
Thank you. Please join me in a round of applause for the team from the Rocky Mountain chapter of MCAA at Colorado State University. Ladies and gentlemen, this concludes our 2014-2015 Student Chapter Competition. Our judges now have the tough task of determining the winner. We hope to see everyone tomorrow morning when the results are announced at the Awards of Excellence breakfast. Thank you for coming, and have a great day.